Welcome everyone. Today we're doing a reading for all signs. This is going to be messages that your past self may be trying to tell you. I feel like these messages live more in the head, like like I've had messages like, Sandy, we've been down this path before, don't do it to us again. Or you may find that it's something that was of a karmic nature that maybe had not been paid off, and it gives you the opportunity, if you know about it, to pay it off, right? And then it's paid off for eternity. Some of you can relate to love. I have a feeling it's going to relate to love for many. And it could be like something that was unfulfilled, or maybe it was fulfilled and it wants to be fulfilled again. We'll see. So I just did one from your future self, and I have to tell you, it was so special that I named it pretty dang special. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot, same deck that I used to clarify in your future self. I should have done these the other way around, but then again, I feel like I'm doing them in the way they were meant to, because I was going to do a past life reading, and then something told me, no, do messages from your future self, which is something I don't normally do, so to speak, or I don't call it that. Past lives I do, but this is different. This is messages that your past self wants you to know, for whatever the reason. And we're going to take 3, and then we'll use clarifiers. So let's go ahead and begin. We have medicine woman or man, and I know that rings true with a lot of you, because I know a lot of you are. I don't know that all of you are aware that you are, but I feel like many of you are starting to follow naturally into this path, and I mean you, you know what I mean? And again, it's like, you may not even have complete awareness of this yet. Interesting. It's funny, there's a dream catcher. Someone may have a dream catcher somewhere, or had. I used to have dream catchers. Interesting. Wow. Love life. No wonder I felt that this was going to in some way include love. Love life. It's quite beautiful, though. Beautiful rose. Roses. Interesting. I feel like this is pinpointing for some, like the time period. I think I'm going to take one more to follow that. Interesting. Imprisonment or slavery. Interesting. I don't know why I'm getting this feeling of someone who, and I feel it was just so natural, someone who may have fell in love with someone who was, how do I say this, like outside their, how do I say this? What's the word I'm looking for? Like there's how do I say this? Like, we live down here, they live up there. They live up there. And it almost feels like it could have been like the ruler. And I feel like, it's almost like someone then calls, I don't know what I'm picking up, then someone calls. It's like someone may have even gotten sick, and like what you would call then modern medicine, I guess, wasn't working. And I feel like then someone calls in, like whoever this is under medicine, woman or man, calls them in. And two things happen. First of all, I feel like there's someone who's dying. Now, this person feels, I don't know, like, not good. But then there's this other person, and it feels like the other person's spouse, the queen or whatever. Where I feel like there's a natural falling in love. Now, I'm feeling like, listen, I feel like it was this person's time, and I feel like they did pass away, and I feel like it was just their time. There was nothing no one could do. You know what I mean? And all you could do was pray over them. But I feel like because of that, it's almost like you got the blame. And because of that, I feel like, bam. Almost like here, I was like living off the land. I was good. Maybe I had, like built myself a nice, I don't know, I want to say prairie. You know what I mean? Like, I was good. I was helping my people. But then, it's like I got that call and I had to do it. Like, I didn't have a choice. Even the love doesn't feel like a choice. It feels like it just happened. Now, I feel like I don't feel like it's this person who throws you, feels like a dungeon. But I feel like whoever is the successor. Interesting. What a story. And therefore, I feel like that may have just been the end. And I feel like for some of you, this may, like, how does this relate to me now? Well, maybe, I feel like this person, like, okay, so you have one who's sitting in prison, like, why aren't you coming to my rescue? Why aren't you coming to my rescue? And then this other person is so torn by their life and who they are and what others think and, like, society. And though I still feel like they love each other, but it's like this person, I almost feel like I can't. And this person is like, why haven't you? So I think that's going on. There could be some, I don't know. We'll see when we bring in the Gilded Tarot, but I also feel like for some, it may be like, it's interesting because your future self really was talking about you finding your life's purpose. And I thought to I think I even said it, like, when you really feel, even if it's just you're stepping into it, it just feels good. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like there's surprises and, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's a spiritual path. And You know, it's like the more you seek, the more you learn. But in this lifetime, it may be something that maybe is frowned upon, or at least you feel that way. You know, or I don't know, like even like, do I have a right? Is what I'm meant to do? And I feel like it's telling, you know, it's almost like, you know, it's like you were doing what you were meant to do here, and then bam, you know, bam, your life changed, right? And it seemed really out of your control, because I feel like there was no way you could say no. Now, that doesn't mean while you were imprisoned that, you know, you didn't go into the hermit stage and become really the wise one. That doesn't mean you didn't help others who were imprisoned. You know what I mean? Because I feel a sense of like, almost like I had to come and, what's the word I want to use? I had to come to grips with it. There's no other choice. There's no other choice. It's interesting, all of a sudden I'm seeing like these pipes running across, and it's almost like you're giving words of wisdom, like you're just speaking them, like you're in your little cell, or whatever they call it. It doesn't even feel like a cell. It feels like a room made out of stone. But you're just, I don't know, it's almost like you're the hermit and you're just like speaking. But you know, you're just thinking, and you're speaking while you're thinking. Maybe that's how you keep yourself sane. But I feel like what you're speaking, and I kind of feel like you don't even mean it. Like you're just speaking it because it's what you're feeling. Like I do, you know, I just say what's coming to me, and I try not to question it. And I feel like while you're doing that, it's almost like it's getting through the pipes. And when it gets through the pipes, it's like others hear it. And I feel like you're planting seeds, like you were planting seeds. It feels very, very spiritual, I have to tell you. You know, and I feel like, boy, does God use us in what may feel like our most difficult times, but yet, holy shit, the seeds. I almost feel like I shouldn't swore right there, so I'm going to take that out. But I feel like the seeds are just like, so, I mean, all right. Well, that felt very clear to me. And I have to say that I think when I was back, like on my land, I think I was married and happy and all that, you know. And I feel like when I was called, because, you know, I feel like I was very content over here. And very, you know, even if I was like, you know, making little, it didn't even matter. Like I had a very content life. And it was because of like the empire that everything changed. Look at that. Wow. Hello, Ten of Cups. Wow. I should just look down. Bring these down a little bit. Ten of Cups. Well, it's exactly what I just said. Maybe today it lives with me in a way where I think all good things are going to come to an end. Therefore they do. Look at this, 3 swords. Wow. It's like, I don't even know if I need to say anything. We have the 4 of Cups. Interesting. Your future self reading also had the 4 of Cups. And it's interesting because I feel like it's, man, I want to say that well, what I want to say is don't allow yourself to be pushed around, or don't allow yourself to be limited by what other people tell you, think, say, have said. This is time to really trust yourself. You know, I feel like, let's just say your love life has sucked. What am I holding? 4 cups. I'm doing nothing about it. Let's just say it was bad. It doesn't mean it can't be good again. It doesn't mean new love won't find me. Matter of fact, it was a big part of the reading that I literally just did. I am thinking, why didn't I flip them? You know what I mean? I didn't put it out yet, and now I'm gonna put it out like I did it. I don't know. We have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, first of all, the 8 of Pentacles is what I focus upon, I'm going to grow. This is where, you know, I'm putting my head down and, you know, I'm getting to work. This is the energy where I'm willing to walk into something or begin something as the apprentice. I don't need to know it all. I'll learn it as I go. And as I go, I'll grow. And that's what happens in the 8 of Pentacles. You know, sometimes out of the ashes, you know, what do I want to say? Greatness grows. And I don't know, I'm looking at how this person in the 8 of Pentacles has their back turned towards this person in the 4 of Cups. And this 4 of Cups is looking more towards the Ace. Or not the Ace, the 3 of Swords. But at the same time, as I say that, there is this Ace that's coming in. And he's looking at it. And if it's relating to love, it may be simply saying that, been there, done that. You know, and some of you may have just taken a different road for a little while. You know, it's like, you know what? I'm going to focus on my career. I'm going to focus on me and what I can learn. You know, like I'm going to, you know, 8 is, it's interesting because 8 is all about a new beginning. And right below it is imprisonment or slavery. Wow. You have no control in that. It's the opposite of the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles, you have all the control. It lies within you. It's your seeds of intention. Alright, I'm not ready to end this yet. I want to go right below. Whoa. Okay. Hang on. We have the Six of Wands. Wow. First of all, it's the energy of victory. It's an energy where others are looking up to you. Not just because of your words, but because of your actions. Whether they be previous actions, future actions, current actions. But it is your action that's important here. This is why people are looking to you or looking up to you. It may, again, lie somewhere in the medicine man, medicine woman energy. And that may be applied in, I don't know, I just feel like it's so wide. But let's see. Let's keep going. I have a hard time seeing them there. It's funny because, all right, look at that. We have the Hangman. I feel like that's exactly what I was feeling like. I might have just put a pause on my love life. And I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because I feel like during that time, I feel like I turned it to I'm going to my creative house. And, for some of you, it's like, lo and behold, I just figured out I'm the medicine man. I'm the medicine woman. Whatever that may mean. But I know one thing. It's like, I feel like, and then you're sharing it. So it's almost like, it's like your past life reading and your future reading are really, I don't know, like, we have the Page of Cups. It's like I'm taking a moment out, and I gotta learn to love me again, and I gotta learn to love my life again. We have the Wheel, and I feel like that's just talking about life after lifetime, and how certain things follow us and certain things fall away. But maybe like your wisdom, like what you've learned in that lifetime, because again, I feel like, man, you were wise. And I feel like it's followed you. But listen, I feel like it's through your experiences that it's kind of awoken that in you. The Wheel. I feel like this is telling me that there's something here that you needed to break free from. You need to break free from. Whether it be an energy, a thought system, a person, a type of person. And then we have the Three of Cups. Well, Three of Cups is a reason to celebrate. And who's being celebrated? Well, if I look at what's mirroring it, it's you. And I feel like for some of you, it's like you are naturally figuring out, like, what it is that either, like, just like your future readings is, like, you're figuring out what your life purpose is, or you're figuring out what you are really good at. And I feel like this has nothing to do with, like, some big company. I feel like it's you. It's you. And I feel like as it relates to love, I feel like you have the right to put it on pause if you want to put it on pause. But I do feel like at the same time, don't allow that Three of Swords to become part of like what may stop you. But I kind of, and then I'm saying that, but I'm feeling kind of the opposite. I'm like, it may have stopped you from saying like yes to love, but it didn't stop you from this. And it feels like whatever you're doing in your creative house is what frees you. It's almost like the Three of Cups is like an awakening and like a joyful awakening. Alright, I think before I let it go, because I understand what it's saying for you creatively or, spiritually, financially, but I want to know a little bit more about, I was going to say your love life. I want to look at love life, and, the Ace of Wands came over it. I feel like it's saying it's a go. And you're like, no, no, no. But I have a feeling you've already moved into the energy of the Eight of Pentacles before this even presents itself. Page of Wands, look at that, looking back at that Ace. You know what I feel like it's saying? I feel like it's saying when you're ready. When you're ready. Because the Page of Wands kind of looking back, I feel like the Page of Wands is the Fool's energy, like doesn't think about something, like takes a chance. Like if it stirs me and there's a lot of fire there and it's coming over these roses, like, something is stirring my soul, stirring my desires, my passion. That's the way I go. Interesting how there's two pages right here. So, I feel like, let's just put it this way. For some of you, it feels like you're going to be saying yes to something that has to do with love also. Do I think it's everyone? You know what I think it's saying? I think it's just saying in your time. Like, I don't need to, say, it needs to happen right now. Like, it feels more like, because I'm not wasting my time. Like, you're over here in this Eight of Pentacles, and I feel like if anything, it's like eventually like being recognized. So you're not wasting your time, even if you're just beginning that. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't need to even look at it like that, because I feel like I don't want to put a lot of expectation upon this as in when it must show. I don't know why I keep, like, this saying keeps coming to me, but it's like, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Like, that saying keeps coming to me, but, it looks like that. Alright, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Interesting. I think you definitely got to watch the other one. I mean, I almost feel like I wish I would have done them together. Like one right after at the same reading. They definitely feel like they're talking to each other. So, and how do you know? You'll feel it. If you're not feeling it in some way, maybe it's not for you. But maybe you're here because it's for someone else. I don't know. But I feel like who's here, you'll feel it. Especially with this, like, this fire. Now, this love part of it may not even happen right now. And by the way, some of you might be working at home. out of your home, and maybe you're kind of loving it. You know, maybe you're kind of loving it. So, all right. Anyways, I'm going to let that be. I love you guys. Definitely check out your future self one. I'm not trying to promote it. I swear. I just feel like they're talking to each other. Anyway, I love you. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.